All right, let's see if Discord wants to work with the stage chat. Let me know, Obama. If, does my mic work this time? Yes?
Hello?
Does my mic work, Obama?
Yeah, it works.
Oh my god.
That's dope.
No, Discord's been like messing up so often where I don't know, if I start events for whatever reason, it'll like mute my mic or not. I don't fucking know, man, dude.
What the hell?
Not your friend. Stop playing with him, bro. Just stop. What's up, guys? Yeah, nice.
Well, I just said my class is in 2 weeks for next year.
What's in 2 weeks? You reset your clock for 2 weeks? What does that mean?
No, I decided my classes for next year.
Oh, you got okay. What's on your booklet?
Well, they don't tell us till we're there, but I know my options are stats, calculus, like normal, and then AP stats and AP calc AB. That's for the math.
I would take AP calc. Is what I would do. You're a junior going in next year, yeah?
I'm senior. I'm gonna be senior.
Take AP calc. Yeah, take AP calc.
But they're saying that's hard, and I don't.
I mean, it's a little tricky, but you're smart, bro.
I just don't want to. I don't want to do the same thing I did this year, bro.
What do you mean? What's the same thing? You got all A's this year, dog. Like, what are you talking about?
I got A's, but bro, barely. Like, I don't know how I managed to get A's on every test. It's just a miracle.
Nice. We'll just keep working miracles, dude. Maybe you're Jesus Christ.
Is physics really hard or not?
Depends. Some people like get it, and then some people just don't. There's something about it. So,
okay.
But I have a PhD in physics, so I can help you with all the physics, man. Like,
great then, great, because
yeah,
I take physics next year too.
Nice.
I got you, dude. I got you on physics. I got you on AP Calc, all that
What's
stuff.
What's AP Macro, by the way?
AP Macro, dude. Fuck that, dude. It's just economics, dude. That's just boring.
Is it useful or not?
If you want to get into economics, it is. I mean, it's cool. I know that stuff kind of like
goes. AP Gov?
I mean, bro, if you're worried about time, for instance, for taking AP Physics or AP Calc, I wouldn't take any of the other APs. If that's what like if your choice is like take AP Calc or take AP Gov, take AP Calc. If your choice is like take AP Calc or take AP Gov and AP Macro, still just take AP Calc. That's the course that'll help you out the most.
Yeah, it's because my school has a GPA requirement. It's not like other schools. We have a GPA requirement for how much APs we can take. So like if you're under a 3.0, I think you can't even take APs at all.
Well, I mean that's smart because they don't want you to be stressing yourself out. I mean AP classes are intense. So
I mean, obviously, but there's kids that like. I mean, I went up from a 2.5 to a 3.4. I mean, it's possible. It's just
nice, dude. I'm glad. Yeah, great. It's possible. Yeah. They just do that for their own safety. And honestly, you can always veto that stuff. I remember when I got into high school, my teachers wanted to place me in like level math, like the lowest level math. Because honestly, there was some placement exam that I didn't know was a placement exam, and I just like jacked off on it basically. So,
bro, that's what I did to my Spanish, bro. They placed me in a easy Spanish class.
You're fucking fluent. You're fluent though, dude.
I know it's incredibly easy, so it's kind of boring, but yeah.
Yeah, no, my advice would be, dude, take AP Calc. That should be your priority. If you can also take AP Physics, also very good. Those are both very good classes that when you go to college will get you out of a lot of credit, which is very useful.
Also another thing.
What's up?
My school has a requirement to take an AP Calc. It's supposedly you have to take AP Pre-Calc before that.
Really? No,
yeah, my school has a lot of limitations.
AP Pre-Calc? Dude, that's new, bro. There was no such thing as AP Pre-Calc when I was in school.
But my teacher made some exceptions to people who got A's as for all quarters.
Yeah, they should do that for you. Yeah, just tell them to chill on that one, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, thanks, Zach. It is a thing. Yeah, I wonder how recent it is because I've only recently heard of this AP Pre-Calc.
It's just a new thing. This is the first year, right?
Why the hell do we need AP Pre-Calc? Like, is that a class in college? Can you take Pre-Calc in college? Can you get college credit for AP Pre-Calc?
Probably.
I don't know. It just seems kind of. It is new this year. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I took Pre-AP Pre-Calc, I guess is what you would call it. Oh, okay. It is a course. Dude, when did they start offering this?
This year.
Oh. So they probably have like fuck all of an idea how to test for it too. That's the problem. Like the problem is like when they first roll out an AP exam, they have no clue how to like to test people on this stuff. And there's no practice questions, there's no practice exams, so it's honestly probably going to be a shit show. Yeah. When was AP pre-calc introduced? Yeah, again, I mean, I would take AP pre-calc just to make sure. Oh, it debuted in the fall this year then. Yeah, wow, or last year. The first exam, the guinea pig exams is in May. Wow. I don't know. I think College Board's just trying to milk you kids out of cash. Like, they got to chill on that one.
My school gives it for free.
It's like college algebra. Okay. Yeah, I get it.
How much money is it?
I don't know,
AP
dude. When I took AP exams, they were like $60 a pop, I thought. But then like the school would pay for some of them or something. How much are AP tests?
Because my school pays for everything.
$100, dude? No. Dude, what? $100? Oh my god, dude. That's a lot. When I took
having to use a full check on that.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, man. I mean, so here's the thing. If you're gonna do good on the do well, sorry, if you're gonna do well in the AP exam, the $100 is totally worth it because the college credit you get from that is worth way more than $100. So, for instance, with AP Chem, this is why I always when kids are asking me like what AP should I take, I always tell them like take AP Calc, take AP Physics, take AP Chem. Those three will get you out of. Yes, those three will get you out of the most shit in college. Like, I took AP Chem. I got a 5 on it. I think you only need like a 4 at some colleges to get credit. And it got me out of 2 semesters of chemistry, which is, I don't know, that's like $10,000 in classes. And it got me out of both of the lab classes, which, bro, chemistry lab classes in college absolutely suck. Just knowing from experience, like it's you have to go in. They're usually scheduled at like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. You're there till 11 p.m. and then you got to write these massive ass lab reports that I don't know. A bunch of TAs fucking hate you. They don't even want to really grade them, and it's just brutal. So getting out of chemistry credit with AP Chem, super good idea. Would totally do it. Do it again every day.
What's the pass rate for that though? Probably low though.
Everything's 50-60%, man.
Gotta be lower than that, though.
No, it's probably like 50. Yeah, look, it's 50%. Yeah, everything's 50-60%. Look at this. Everything. I mean, they structure it like this. They, besides like the bullshit classes, like, I don't know, like, what is this, like language class, like Chinese language, I guarantee you everyone taking AP Chinese already fucking speaks Chinese.
Yeah.
But, oh wow, physics C 70%. That's actually pretty high. I thought it would be lower.
Oh, English where's Lang?
Literature is at 78. That's the second one, I think, right? And then English language is probably the Lang is at 56. Yeah, I mean, baseline. I'm used to like 50%. Is what it is. Yeah, that's usually the pass rate, and it's curved that way. Yeah. The course credits might be $500 at a university. At a community college, yes. At a big like big state college or even like Ivy League or whatever. Yeah, you're going to pay thousands, man, for that course. How many APs did I take freshman year? I don't think I took any, actually. I think I only took one. I mean, as a freshman, I don't know what APs I could take, right? I remember I took, what did I take? I think I took chemistry. I took everything level. And then once I got into my second year, so for instance, like first year I probably took chemistry, and then the second year I took AP chemistry. And then second year I took physics, but then the third year I took AP physics, and then third year I took biology, fourth year I took AP biology. So we always like took the non-AP course first, and then we took the AP class afterwards. And depending on how your school works, AP classes usually have a much higher GPA. Like it's usually like a 6.0, right? It's on a 6-point scale, I think, right?
Damn.
Yeah, so usually, so for instance, getting an A in a level class got you 4 GPA points. But if you get an A in an AP class, that got you 6. Which also meant that, for instance, a B in an AP class was worth 5. And so a C in an AP class was worth 4, which is the same as an A in a level class. So they moved it around. So you got different credits for stuff. I think in general, I forget like what my total AP classes were that I took. Honors was 4.5 and A. AP class was 5. Yeah, mine was 6. It changes based on the school, and the scales are different. But I came into I think I took like 13 or 14 AP exams in high school.
13 or
yeah,
what?
I think I took like 13 or 14. I had a lot. I was like, what do you call like National AP Merit Scholar or something? What was my unweighted GPA? I don't know. I just know my weighted GPA, which was like 4 point something or 5 point something. I don't know. It's on my old resume somewhere. I'd have to find it. But yeah, no, I took probably close to 13, 14 AP classes. And what that did was that gave me 60 credit hours coming into college, which 30 credit hours is considered like a year. So I came in as an early junior into my university, which was pretty cool because it gets you a lot of benefits. So if you come in as a junior into college, you get priority on all the football tickets, you know? Because they usually like they allocate the tickets, like the older people like get the tickets first, and so all my friends were trying to like jump on my what was it on my family ticket plan or whatever because I had the most. Here, let's see. I probably have a very old.
Do you get a full ride scholarship or not?
No, I didn't get full ride. No. I did get that. It's an interesting thing in Texas. They do this thing where in order to get a full ride, you have to be the valedictorian. Like anyone who's a valedictorian of the high school gets a full ride to any state college in Texas. So that includes UT, Texas Tech, A&M, like all those. Yeah. I don't know how they do that in California. Let's see. I probably have my. Did I put this? I must have put this. Did I not put my high school stuff in here? Here we go. This is my resume. There's my like old address. Don't dox me, please. But yeah, this was me. So this was my high school. I went to the Academy of Science Technology, and yeah, I took 13 tests, and my average GPA was 4.46 out of 5. That's what it was. Yeah,
Bro,
I was top 10%, whatever. Yeah. Did I take AP Statistics? Yes. And AP Statistics is a very useful course. Also very useful. Gets you a lot of credit and stuff. But if I had to choose between statistics or calculus, I would pick calculus. But yeah, statistics is very cool. It's very useful for a lot of life things. So, yeah. Again, I've gone through high school. I've tutored a lot of kids going through high school. I've gotten kids in the college. I've gotten kids in the grad school. So, if you want any advice on like Dr. Gold, like what should I take, or you know what courses should I do, or what's the best way to do this, please just ask me. Like I've done this with so many kids. Usually people charge for this. What do they call them? Like college counselors or something. Like I'll just do it for free. Like you guys are fine. NASA internships are great. Our valedictorian was a try hard. Yeah, aerospace. Yeah, it's cool. Whatever. Like props to him, dude. Like the valedictorian's probably laughing right now. You know, he's got all the scholarships and stuff. They usually give out scholarships to valedictorians. It's very hard, but you know, I was top 3%, so I think it was like the number 13 out of like 600 kids or something. But yeah, in order to be number 1, I would have had to have no life. And I think it's very important as a kid to still be able to balance, right, school and life, because it's a very rare point in your, you know, time here on Earth that you get to be a teenager. So don't worry about spending all of it, you know, making sure you have the absolute best grades and like the absolute you know, have good grades. That'll help you out later in life. But also like don't get too stressed about being, as Sam says, being a tryhard. Like still go out and play because you won't be able to do that shit later. You got to pay for healthcare and rent and it sucks. Anyways, okay, cool. All right, here, let's start the stream. We got a lot of good questions today. All right, welcome everyone to Office Hours. My name is Dr. Gold, Actual Education, the stream that helps you with math homework, science homework, all sorts of fun stuff. We got a 7-stream streak from Falcon, dude. That's dope, man, dude. Awesome, man. It's Valentine's Day. Anybody get any cool like Valentine's Day cards? Do they do that shit where they like, if you bring a Valentine's Day card, you have to bring one for everyone else so no one else feels like left out? They did that at my school. Yeah, they did it at my school. Like, if you brought in, like, a Valentine's Day card to, like, give to someone, you also had to bring one for the rest of the class. Like, you couldn't just, like, single somebody out. Because no one wanted to feel lonely of, like, I didn't get anything.
No, they don't care. They don't give a shit.
No. Yeah. Or it was like, you know, if you bring in, if you, like, bring in food, you probably can't do this anymore because of whatever requirements are in life with schools and stuff. But if you ever brought food, you would have to share food with the class, right? If you brought in brownies, you have to give it for everyone. But
yeah, teachers say that, but as a joke, though.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, Valentine's Day. Hope you guys are having fun. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got for questions today? First off, we got Deba. What's up, Deba? Sir Deba, Sir Deba. This was us explaining Taylor series. This is pretty cool. What's up, Monkey? Good to see you. Okay. What's up, Deba? We need help with this. This is cool. What are we doing here? By the way, what's the question? I see A is this is equal to 4. And this is there something else as a part of this question here, Deba? What's up, Will Smith? Welcome to the Discord. Did QV brought you in, I think, yeah? Ratios. Is it ratios? Yeah, I'm just confused. Like, yeah, usually we have a ratio if it's like x is to 3, right? This is a ratio. This is like x over 3. And then what was it? They do this as is. This is such like an antiquated thing, right? Of like, you know, like I don't know. 3 over 6, right? It's a really weird way to write ratios. But yeah, Deba, is there more context to this question, dude? I see this, but can you at least tell me, like, what are they asking? Like, there's got to be some text up here. I just see numbers. Who the fucks uses mixed fractions? I know. Isn't that a weird thing? They teach us that in early school, right? They're like, oh no, you need to say like 3 4/7, but then this like never gets used later in math, right? It's just like no. They're just like no.
No, God.
they make you use improper fractions all the time, right? Which would be like what 25 over 7. Yeah. I prefer vulgar fractions. Yes. Yeah. I wrote some fake love notes though. Oh, QV, are you choosing violence, dude? QV, that was not nice. All right, here. Where's Deba? Deba. Here, I'm gonna tag Deba. Deba, I know you're in the chat. Yeah, Deba, can you give a little bit more context on what I'm supposed to do with this? Bum 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 bum. If not, move on to Taco Cat. Taco Cat's always got stuff. I suspect the commas are dots. Oh, like this is negative 1.5 equals to negative 2.22. I don't think Deba's in the UK though. You're right. This is a British thing, where they use the commas as like periods, right? Super weird. I think some people say it makes more sense for them, right? That the comma is like and sense. European more than British. Do the British do that? I think it's just the EU, right? Well, Britain used to be part of the EU. X divided by 1.5 is equal to negative 2.22. Yeah, it's not the UK. Yeah, I know it's the EU. I'm pretty sure Deba lives in the US. Deba's the one that asked this question. Okay, I'll wait for clarification when here I'm gonna ask like Deba, what's what's the other part of this question, dude? Okay. Monkey, what's up? Do you want to do some chemistry? I like chemistry. Chemistry's great. I was just talking about how AP chemistry is like the best thing ever. And I think, yeah, QV's doing chemistry too, right? Yeah, you're doing chemistry. Yay. Okay, cool. All right. So this is kind of, so here are a bunch of like, you know, chemical reactions. Chemical reactions are kind of what I like to think of as like a recipe book for like baking a cake, you know? So for instance, if I have like so many eggs plus so many things of flour, I get cake. Everyone loves cake. But the types of reactions that happen can be classified into like different groups, such as, for instance, synthesis, decomposition, single replacement, double replacement, or combustion. Now, let's get like a nice little, what was it? Images, sorry. I need chemical reaction types. Someone always has like a, yeah, I love this. This is like, I love this graph. This is my favorite. I like these ones. Or actually, yeah, whatever. We'll do this one. You know 6? Yeah, yeah. So again, synthesis reactions is taking two smaller things and making one bigger thing, Okay, that's what a synthesis reaction is. Decomposition is taking a big thing and breaking it up into two smaller things. Single replacement is where, I don't know, you got a couple here and then you got some person out here who's trying to break up the relationship. And they come in and they swoop up the B. And so they switch, is what it is. And usually it's the cation will switch with the cation, the anion will switch with the anion. I'll go over what those things are, cations and anions, later. Yes, and good. And there's double replacement where both of these things switch. So this is actually kind of a bad example because usually it's like this thing switches with this thing or this thing switches with this thing. This usually does not get together with this. It's usually like the front switches with the front or the back switches with the back. Yeah, cations are positive, anions are negative. Yes, very good. Okay, cool. All right, so let's try to go through some of these. Okay. So we did this one earlier. We did the combustion. So here we have the double replacement, right? Which is going to be Cu, Cl2 plus H2S. Okay? And this needs to react into something. And they kind of already told me. I mean, usually they won't tell you what the reaction is. You have to kind of look at it. And just by the virtue of I have like a thing and a thing here and a thing and a thing here, it's probably going to be double replacement. The only exception, if we have like an acid and a base, then it's an acid-base neutralization. Or if it's combustion, then if it's a hydrocarbon plus oxygen, then it's burning something. Okay, so what do we think is going to switcheroozy here, Monkey? What's going to switcheroos? How are these things going to, interchange? That's what double replacement is. And also, I need a picture of a periodic table. He says, okay, reactivity series. Ooh, what's the reactivity series, dude? What's that? Are you a lanthanide enjoyer? Noise. Cu is A. I agree with that. That's cool. Yeah, good. Yeah. We can call this A. Sure. Cl is B. Uh-huh. H2 is C. Good. And that is D. I agree with that. Cool. That's good. Yes. So we have A, B, and CD, right? And so how are those things going to switch? You prefer the actinides? Yeah, actinides are pretty cool. Okay, Monkey, how do these switch? What are these going to switch to be? AB plus CD becomes AD plus CB. Yes, exactly. The front thing is going to switch with the front thing. That's usually what happens, So this is going to end up being H with Cl, right? So we're going to move this one in place of this one. And then this one is going to plus Cu and S, okay? Now, we're not done here because we need to know what the subscripts are going to be on stuff, okay? The problem is, I don't know, what numbers are supposed to be here and everything, okay? How do we figure out what the numbers need to be? Do you know how to do that? This has to do with what's called ionic charge. Which actually maybe it just works out. I think this actually works out pretty nicely. You forgot? Yeah, it's okay. So, for instance, this is like +1. This is +2. I don't know what this stuff is. And then it's +3. And then it's plus or minus 4, -3, -2, -1. Yeah, good. Okay, good. So it's kind of nice here because H is a +1, Cl is a -1. So these are already going to balance. So usually what we do is when we have the numbers here, you put whatever the number is here on the left and you put whatever the number is here back down on the right, which would just end up being 1, 1. But if it's just 1, 1, you can just get rid of it. You don't need to do that. And it's probably the same with the Cu. So Cu is here. This is kind of mystery land because it can be anything from 2, 3, or 4. Good afternoon, Teacup. But I'm going to assume it's a 2 because it would make things nice because S here is a -2. So let's assume this is a +2. But again, instead of writing 2, 2, that's just the same thing as 1, 1, which you just don't even have to write. Yeah, transition metals. Yeah, that's what they call these, the transition metals. Yeah, they're weird. They're usually 2. Sometimes they're 3. Sometimes they're 4. This is where we actually use like Roman numerals to give these numbers. Yeah, that's like naming compounds. Okay, cool. So actually, this is nice and this was actually kind of easy. We didn't have to do much. Okay, what am I gonna do next? To determine. Well, I gotta balance this, right? I don't know if this is balanced yet, right? How do we balance this? I like to just write out like what the different elements are there, right? You gotta make a table. Good. Let's make a table. So I know I got CUs, I know I got CLs, I know I got H's, I know I got S's, right? And then we're gonna put the same thing over here. So here I have one of these, I have 2 of these, I have 2 of these, I have 1 of these. Here I have 1 of these, I have 1 of these, I have 1 of these, and I have 1 of these. Oh, you might have gotten it right, Noise. We're going to see, dude. Let's see. Let's check it out. Okay. It's almost entirely balanced. So I like to start with the most complicated thing first, which is probably this, right? So let's just see if we can balance the CUs. The CUs are already balanced.
Nice.
We don't even need to do that. But the CLs are not, right? CLs aren't. Okay. Because I got 2 CLs over here, but I only got 1 over here. So what should I do? Yeah, I just added 2 on the HCl. Yeah, bingo. Bango. Cool. So that changes this to 2. That changes this to 2. Oh, okay. Now the hydrogens are balanced. Now the sulfurs are balanced. Everything's balanced, and you're done. Good job. Good job, Noise. You got it right too, right? 2 HCl PCUS. Yeah. Good shit, dude. My chemistry teacher back in the day used to say, if in doubt, stick a 2 in front of it. Yeah, Monkey, if we have time, dude, I want to do like some like really hard balancing ones because I'll show you. There are some cool tricks for balancing like much harder chemical equations. Yeah, we'll do some of those. Let me go through some of the other guys' questions real quick. Okay, cool. Next up, QV says, could you explain LMF, IMFs, solutes, or even some example problems if you have time? Okay, cool. Do you want to come up and speak, QV? You can come up and say hi. If you want. Here you go. Ugh, if I could paste things correctly today. There we go. Okay. If in doubt, Fortnite it out. Or what's up? Will Smith, you're QV's friend, yeah, right? Did you post a question in our screenshots? For those that don't know, we have a whole channel in Discord. Oh, that's showing the wrong screen. Damn it. How do I do this? One sec. I gotta like not pop this out. Let me return it back in. Okay, here we go. There we go. So there's this whole channel here called Help Screenshots, and this is where everyone can just like post what the screenshots of that you want to go through. So if you're finding us on Twitch, just use !Discord to figure out when the Discord is, and that will point you to where you can submit your questions. Okay, let me pop this back out. Good. Okay. Okay, QV, I'm gonna wait for you, dude. Countess Smith is a kind of sad dude. Oh, there he is. All right, what's up, QV?
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on, dude? Can you hear me? I think he can hear me. I hope you can hear me. I can hear him.
Can you hear me?
I can, QV.
Alright.
I can hear you. You're good, dude.
Alright.
What's up? You got a quiz coming up in chemistry?
Yeah, pretty soon.
Okay. Okay. Do they have any like example
We
problems?
have one more like. No, not really.
Not really. Your teacher's just like, yo, here's a quiz.
Yeah,
Like, get wrecked.
yeah. We just get the homework.
Okay. Okay. We did a little bit of the homework with you last time, right? That was what was when things were getting hard? Was it the solute solvent stuff? Was that the tricky stuff?
Yesterday?
It was yesterday, right? It was this shit, right? Was this
Oh,
it?
yesterday was AP Cal.
Oh, maybe 2 days ago. Sorry, all the days blend together at
Yeah.
this point, man. Okay, this was it, right?
Yep.
Yes, dissolve in water. Uh-huh. Okay, cool. What else? Yeah, so I guess she's probably just going to give you a substance, ask you to draw a Lewis structure, figure out the intermolecular forces, right? And then
Yep.
probably predict if it'll dissolve, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are they going to do anything else? Have you had to deal with molarity yet with solutions and solutes?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay. Let me think.
Oh yeah.
Or have you?
Volatility. Yeah, we have a lot of properties now.
Okay, what do you have? Volatility? Volatility? Is that what I heard?
Volatility. Yep.
Okay.
And conductivity, solubility, and
Good.
cohesion and adhesion.
And you have to identify this for every like different thing.
I think so.
Oh damn. Okay. I can teach you a little bit about what, for instance, conductivity is. Do you know why things like conduct electricity?
No.
Okay, cool. All right. So this is actually a cool thing. Have you seen these things where they put like computers submerged in water? Here,
I have not.
I'm gonna show you, dude.
All right.
So, sometimes they do this, dude. They do it literally like a fish tank PC, where like they'll just put
Oh.
their, yeah. It's pretty wild, dude. This stuff. Yeah, here we go. This is like an example of it. And you may wonder, like, how the hell do they do this, right? 'Cause water usually kills like most electronics, right? So how can you put a computer inside of a fish tank? What is that? This is actually a pretty cool. I like this, dude. This is super wacky, dude, that they did this. Okay. Cool. It's the density of the cooling liquid. Dude, that's a very cool concept. Okay. So in order for things to conduct electricity, they have to have good noise is what's saying, right? Which is they have to have what are called free electrons. Okay. So for instance, in something such as, let's say, salt water, okay?
Yep.
Okay. Which is salt water. Salt water has, right? What is salt? Do you know? It's this. Sodium chloride, right? NaCl.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, here's a good thing. First off, what type of intermolecular forces do you have between and NaCl?
I would say dipole.
Okay, yeah. It's also that it's ionic. This is an ionic compound. Because what you have is you have something from, right, this side of the periodic table, which is Na, with something over here, which is Cl.
Yep.
Okay. So what happens to an ionic compound when it gets added to water? This is like, like aqueous is what we say.
It dissolves.
Good.
I'll say.
It dissolves, but even more importantly, it's going to break up into what are called its ions. Like a constituent ions is the word for it. Okay. So
Yep.
sodium chloride as a whole breaks up into Na plus and Cl minus. Okay. So these are things that have like different charges on them. Okay. What that means is that these ions then have electrons that are free that can move around and bump into other ions. And this is how like electricity is conducted. Electricity is the bumping in of electrons into other electrons. That's what transfers like electrical energy. So if you have something that dissolves into ions, this is definitely going to conduct electricity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you end up having like a bunch of Na pluses here and a bunch of like Cl minuses. Okay, yeah. So how they're able to do this with the computer stuff, where they submerge it in water, or it's really a fluid, is what it is. This is a super low free electron type fluid. Water, for example, I think like pure water, like absolutely pure water, doesn't conduct electricity. It's all the things that are inside the water, such as the minerals and like the salts and the particles. That's what makes water conduct electricity. So if you had like absolutely like pure water and nothing else involved in it, it wouldn't actually fry electronic components because there's no free ions to move around. It's all the other stuff that inevitably like gets into the water, such dust, salt, different minerals. That's what causes water to conduct electricity. Okay. So yeah, when you're looking at like compounds and you're going to say like when you put them into water, whether it conducts electricity, you just need to see whether it breaks up into ions or not. We'll probably find an example of that. Let me see. Example, do the compounds conduct electricity? Let's just see like, yes. So yeah, the main thing is that like ionic compounds cannot conduct electricity. So you have to like determine whether something is ionic or not. And again, things are ionic if it's something bonded from the left as bonded from something to the right. Yeah, this is actually pretty cool. Yeah, only if the ions can move. Yeah, so which is why, like, for instance, like when things are melted, they also conduct electricity. If they're dissolved in water, that works as well. Wait, where's this? I want this picture. Yeah, this is cool. This is very cool. This is what I was talking about. Yeah, really cool little graphic here. So yeah, distilled water, which again is pure water with nothing else in it, does not conduct electricity. Okay. Things that are a solid and the ions are fixed, such as like wood or like glass. Glass is another good example. These things don't conduct electricity as well because their ions are fixed in place. However, if you have a solution of something that breaks up into ions, then these do conduct electricity, and they definitely conduct like a current. So that's how you can figure out conductivity. You just got to look at whether the thing breaks up into ions. Let's see. What else? Solutes.
Yeah, whether the solution will be a high, medium, or low conductor.
Okay. So high conductor is when it's ionic. Low conductor is when it's not. But yeah, let's see if there's an in between. So let's see. Let me see what they do. High, medium, low conductor. And it's a solution is what it is? They say solute? Is that the question they put on it?
Oh, no, this is solution.
Solution. Okay, cool. I just know like high and low. But what's like the medium? What's the in between? Fewer ions, yeah, lower. Like, how do you figure out if something is less? It has to do with its Have you gone over ionization constants yet? Oh, here we go.
I don't think so, but
Or here's an example of one. They say NaCl is medium. What?
no, NaCl and solution. It
Well,
says NaCl and solution.
Yeah, NaCl solution breaks up into ions. Yeah, right. Is it just because it doesn't break up into many ions? What's an example of your teacher saying something that has a high conductivity?
Copper. Copper
Oh.
solid and copper.
Oh, copper is a solid. Well, yeah, you know that just from like that's what wire's made out of, right? That's the ultimate conductor of electricity. Yeah. Here, why is copper a good conductor? That's probably a good explanation for it. I like hyperphysics. Hyperphysics is great. We do love hyperphysics. Yeah, okay. Cool. So you want to look for things that have a lot of valence electrons is what it is. What's up, Hypatia? Good to see you.
Oh, what's you doing?
We're doing a little bit of chemistry. Someone's asking a little bit of chemistry questions here. We're talking about conductors. Yeah. This is cool. I like this. So whether something is a good conductor or not, QV has to also do with how many valence electrons are there, right? Okay. So there you go. This is an example of copper. Copper, yeah, I guess is. Have you done this before either? Have you done electron configuration?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, you have. Right. Okay. So you can always see, like, for instance, how many valence electrons something has. And it's actually pretty cool. So with copper, which was, is this argon 3d10 4s1? Is that right, dude? What? 1 second. Let me get my periodic table out. Copper is Cu, I believe, right? Let's see. Electron configuration of copper. Oh, dude, this is actually very interesting. Yeah, this one's super weird, actually. This is actually kind of cool. Okay. Have you done this before?
Yep.
Okay. So, yeah, usually if you were to look at copper's electron structure using the periodic table, it would be this, right? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d9, right? Okay. You understand that?
Yep.
Okay. Why copper is weird is that it's more favorable for copper to fill up this 3d9 suborbital, right? So that it becomes 3d10, and to lose 1 electron here, so this becomes 4s1. This is kind of a weird thing about copper. Chemistry always has exceptions, which is dope, but also, like, unfortunate. It's very hard to, like, remember things in chemistry because there's always exceptions. So it's very cool, actually, because once copper, loses an electron on its 4s shell to fill this up to be 3d10, now what happens is that copper is chilling with just 1 electron chilling in this 4s shell, which copper would love to just get rid of, because all elements like to have an outer shell that is completely full. So when it has, like, this appendage just hanging out of, like, this 4s shell just has 1 electron, it would love to get rid of it. And so it doesn't hold on to it very, very, very hard. And so because of that, those electrons are what we call very mobile, right? They can move around. They can leave the atom. And if they can leave the atom, they're then allowed to bump into the electrons of other atoms. And this bumping in of electrons into other atoms is how electricity works. Some people like to think that, like, electricity is taking a wire, taking an electron here, and, like, literally throwing this thing all the way down to the other end of the wire. In the reality, it's not. What it is you have a bunch of electrons in this wire, and then this one is just, like, bumping in. This one's just, like, bumping into this one, which is then causes this one to, like, bump into this one, which then causes this one to bump into this one, and so forth and so forth. So it's like, it's like, have you ever been in, like, a really packed crowd, or I don't know, at a concert or something, and it's like someone starts shoving, and then it kind of, like, just trickles down to you as well? I don't know, you guys might be a little young for those things, but yeah, that's how it works. So electricity flows basically on a crowd of electrons, and the more electrons that are allowed to move around in the crowd, and the more freely they're allowed to move, the better you're going to get a conductor. So yeah, metals are usually the best conductors. So that I would say is high. And then the next thing down would be any sort of solution which is ionic and can break up into constituent ions. That would be medium. And then the low ones are going to be any of these covalent compounds you have. So for instance, like CH4, right? This is covalent. Because in these compounds, they share the electrons such that when they're in liquids or when they're in whatever, they don't want to, like, let any of them go. And methane, for instance, is like a gas. A lot of the gases are really bad, like, conductors. Like, unless you run, like, a ton of voltage through them, which will eventually cause anything to have some sort of current. I see. Copper, solid in solution. Copper, yeah, okay. Those are also high, yeah. Copper's just great in general. The same ones would be, right, like silver or gold is actually one of the best conductors. That's why it's my favorite color. Okay. Cool. Is there anything else? Any other questions about this stuff?
No, not really.
Okay. Well, if you get a test review or something, dude, that's the best
Yep.
thing for me to help you with. Is like if you have a test review with questions, like I can always like go over topics and just teach down to like whatever spiral of new topics and things. But to help you to do the best on your tests, it helps me to help you if there's like some sort of like practice exam or something that we can work through. Because then I can see what types of questions your teacher's going to ask. Cool.
All right.
All right. Awesome. Good job, Katie. Good question. Nice. Oh, QB, what are you gonna buy with the Robux I got you yesterday? What are you gonna buy? Do you have anything cool that you got?
No, that's actually for one of my friends.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Hello.
Nice, dude. I love that QB when like I have students that, for instance, they win gaming prizes, but then like, oh, I don't really use this or whatnot, but they give it to their friends, and I'm like, cool, yeah, awesome. Gift that keeps on giving. Do it. Nice. What's up, Ethan? Here, let me help out.
I
Will
asked a
Smith.
question today.
I saw you ask a question. Let me see if
Okay.
Will Smith wants to get some help with calculus. You can either come up and talk, Will Smith, if you have a mic. Yeah, that's totally cool if you want. And some kids are like scared and they can just chat. I don't care. But I can help you the best if you can talk.
I can talk.
He can talk. All right, cool, man. So are you you're probably a classmates of QB's, yeah?
No, we have different classes.
Oh, you have different classes. Okay, but y'all know each other at least a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. That's what I say the best referral is. The best referrals are like friends because, again, a lot of people find us on TikTok or whatever randomly and they're like, no, dog, like this shit's a scam. I'm like, no, it's real. So if I get like a friend to tell another friend, then they're more likely to believe them. Yeah. Noise says, please teach electron configuration. Oh, I could, man. Yeah, that's a good one. Noise, haven't you already taken chemistry, Noise? Okay, let's see. All right. Evaluate the definite integral. Use a graphing utility to verify result. Okay, these are kind of tricky, right? Because we have like the absolute value of this. Right, Will Smith?
Wait, that's WebAssembly? Really?
Yeah, I know. Well, these kids, they probably use WebAssembly. Whatever, dude.
WebAssembly is horrible. They charge students so much. Like,
yeah, well, I don't know. Some school districts are probably paying for it, dude. Will Smith, what do you want me to call you? I can call you Will Smith, but like you can also have another name if you want.
Will Smith is good.
All right, Will Smith's cool. All right, dope. All right. Okay. When doing integrals of absolute values, right? The best way to do this is to break this up into two integrals. Okay. Where you want to like flip it wherever the thing was going to be negative. So let me write an example of that. Let's say, for instance, I want to calculate the integral of the absolute value of x, okay, from -2 to 2, okay? Dx. Do you know what the absolute value of x looks like, Will?
2 lines in
Looks
opposite
like-
directions.
It looks like 2 lines, and it kind of looks like a V, right? It looks something like this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Where we know that, right, if this is going from x equals, -2 to 2, right? This is going to go from 2 up here to 2 up here, right? And then, like, -2 over here. And so when we're taking the integral, right, I'm trying to find the area under the whole thing. Okay? Now, look what happened. If I were to regularly do this integral, let's say, for instance, I just ignored the absolute value, and I just said, like, -2 to 2 of x dx. Do you know what this integral becomes? It's like an x to the
Zero, right?
1. It does become 0, yeah. And the reason why is because this becomes, right, x squared over 2, and then it's evaluate from -2 to 2, which is then just going to become, right, if I plug this in, this is just 4 over 2 minus 4 over 2, which is just 0, which is wrong, right? This area doesn't look like it's 0. The reason we got 0 is because when I got rid of the absolute value, I kind of pretended that the line looked like this, right? Just a simple y equals x. And what happens is, because, right, this is symmetric, and what we call like an odd function, is that all of the negative area here canceled out the positive area here. Okay? So a better way to have done this, right, would have been to say that, okay, well, instead of my function looking like y equals x when we're back here, let me flip it. And let me have it look like y is equal to negative x. Because that's what this looks like, right? This line like going this way, that's y equals negative x. So instead, I want to split this into into two integrals, based on wherever the thing goes from being positive to going to being negative. And that happens right here at 0. So I can split this as an integral from -2 to 0, plus an integral from 0 to +2. And they're going to be different functions, right? Because when the thing is over here and positive, and the line would already be positive, that's just x dx. And then, but what would I write here for when I'm in like the place where it would be negative? Like what function would I be integrating?
Negative x, right?
Good. Exactly. Good. Negative x. Yes. Okay. This helps us out. This gives us the correct answer when I do this, because this becomes negative x squared over 2, and this is plus x squared over 2. And then, right, it's from -2 to 0, from 0 to 2. So that just becomes 2 plus 2, which then is equal to 4. Yeah. So that's cool. That works out. So we got to do the same thing. So notice the technique. The technique is, oh, thanks for the follow, Itachi. The technique is to find out where this thing goes from being positive to negative, split it into two integrals, and then wherever the thing was negative, make the whole function flip. Like multiply the whole function by -1. That's the overall strat with how this works. So here, when we're going from 0 to 7 of 2x minus 7, I want to split this into two integrals. Where am I going to split it?
Would it be at 7? Would it be at?
You got it, yeah. You can always set whatever's inside here equal to 0 to find out where that point is there, Will. So if I say 2x minus 7 is equal to 0, and then I solve for x, right?
7
Plus,
over 2, right?
very good. Yeah, exactly. 2x equals 7, so x is equal to 7 over 2. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
Okay. You should always check to make sure that this thing is like in between the range of where you're going, right? If I was going from 0 to 1, then, you know, I don't really care. But yeah, 7/2 is in between 0 and 7. This is like 3.5. Oh, this is actually kind of cool. It splits it exactly in half. Okay. All right. So now I know what I want to do is I want to break this into two integrals. So we're going to go from 0 to 7/2 of something plus 7/2 to 7. Okay. And then what am I going to put here?
So 2x minus 7, and the other one,
So we got to know which one is usually negative and which one is usually positive. And the one that's usually negative, we have to force it to be positive by multiplying the whole thing by -1. So
wouldn't the first one be negative?
good. Yes. And you can always check, Will, by just check like one of the low numbers, right? If I plug 0 into this thing, right? You see how I get 0 minus 7, which is -7?
Yeah.
We don't want that. We don't want this to be negative. Absolute values always make things positive. So the way to force that is to make the whole thing negative. So this would be -2x plus 7. You have to multiply the whole function by -1. So that means every individual term. And then this is just the regular 2x minus 7 because it's okay. All right. then this is not too bad of an integral to do. I assume you know how to do this. So this would be like negative 2x squared over 2 plus 7x, right? From 0 to 7/2. And then this would be positive, right? 2x squared over 2 minus 7x from 7/2 to 7. Okay. This is kind of like ugly. I hate that you have to like actually manually do these numbers. But okay. Let's see. So this simplifies. This is negative x squared plus 7x from 0 to 7/2. And again, this is x squared minus 7x from 7/2 to 7. So plugging in, I don't really care about this one because plugging in 0 will just make everything 0. So that's going to be negative 7/2 squared plus 49/2. Right, 7 times 7/2. And then it's plus this one, which is going to be 7 squared minus 49 minus, plugging this one in, which is going to be 7/2 squared. Well, it's minus, sorry. So it's minus 7/2 squared minus 49/2. Okay. Does that make sense so far, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah? Cool. All right. Okay. So, does anything cancel here? I don't think anything does. That's so mad. Oh, that's...
7 squared minus 49.
Oh, yeah. Duh. Thank you. Yeah, this goes away. Yeah. Okay, nice. And then what do we got? So we got negative 49 over 4 plus 49 over 2 minus 49 over 4 plus 49 over 2. Right? The minus. I always mess up these minuses when they're like double and stuff. Okay, cool. So this and this is negative 49 over 2 plus 49 over 2 plus 49 over 2. So these go away. So your final answer should be 49 over 2. I think. They say use a graphing utility to verify your results. Do you get a TI-84 on your tests, man? Do you get to use one of those?
Calculator.
Yeah. Well, if they would say like verify with the graphing. So the way to do this would be to type this in here. So you can, I think you can literally, I think there is there an ABS function in this? One sec. Yeah. So you can do ABS 2x minus 7.
You can also just do math 9, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, is that real, dude? Math. To manually do the integral. Yes.
Yeah.
Although I gotta remember, like, it's like something and it's comma this and then comma this or something, right?
I guess so.
Here, let's just graph it. I can graph it right from what's this? X is 0 to 7. Let's just see what this thing looks like. Right, it looks like that, right? Oh, that's cool. It was symmetric anyways. Okay. And then if you want to go to like second calc, you can do this thing here for integral. And then you can say the lower limit is 0, the upper limit is 7, and it'll do it for you, which is cool. So there we go. We get 24.5. So that's 49 over 2. Yeah, that should be correct. Do you have it pulled up? Like if you put it in, do they give you the right answer? I don't know, I hope so. Yeah, this should be 49 over 2. Cool. Does that make sense, Will?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It makes sense.
Okay.
I just have a quick question.
Yeah, what's up? Any questions you got? What's up?
So, like, with absolute values, do you
Yep.
have to, like, take the... Can you just say 2 times the... They're, like, equal, right? They're, like, symmetrical.
If they're symmetrical and they're equal, yes, you can. I'll be honest, like, just looking at this from a first glance, I couldn't tell that it was symmetric about that point. I guess if you see that the 0 point for it, right, is right in between the two bounds, right? Remember how we got like 7/2 as like our in between?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you see it's right in between it, and the function is odd, the function needs to be odd. Then yeah, it's just 2 times one of the halves is what it is.
Oh, okay.
If the function's even, I don't think you care about. I don't think you care about this per se. I don't think you care about the absolute value. But yeah, that could be a quick trick. Your teacher probably wants you to see all of this, but yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, nice. Good job, Will. That was good. Olaf says, "Well done, dude." Yeah, nice. Yeah, feel free, dude. Anytime you guys got like questions with homework stuff that makes sense, like please post in the Discord. It's here. It's free. You get prizes. I bought QV like $10 in Robux or whatever yesterday. You know, it's real. Gold, give me coins, dude. You don't got a decent mouse? Nick doesn't have I have a pretty decent mouse. I like this. This is the, what is it? The Logitech. I think this is the 604 is what it is. Yeah, that's what I use. It's wireless. I can't do any more wires. Who was I talking about? Was it in the MT room or something? One second, let me find where it was. Was it in the general chat? We were talking about stuff. Yeah. This is kind of fun. I was talking with Equity. Equity was like, "Gold, dude, you got to get this mouse." I'm like, "Ooh, yeah, that would be cool." Except like this mouse isn't wireless, and I kind of need wireless. And he's like, "Oh, bro, why?" And I told him, I'm like, because like this is my setup. Like, if you want to see, my setup just has like a lot of stuff in it. This is how I stream to you guys. I have, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4 monitors. Sometimes I run a laptop here, and so I need as few wires as possible to get this thing to work. Yeah, 4 monitors. Well, okay, because I have the main monitor that I do things when I stream with you guys. I have OBS running here on the right, and then I got the Discord stuff on the left. And so I have to run the main Discord on the bottom, and I got to run the chat and the stuff on the top. We need a cleanup stream. I know, it's pretty bad. But this mouse is fire. Is this one of these special? There's a name for this mouse. Right? What's it called? It's called like the Impossible Mouse or something. I want to watch a cleanup stream. Maybe when Dr. Gold moves, we'll do like a moving stream. Or actually, you know, I had an idea. So, yeah, just while people are watching. So on Friday we have an AMA. It's an Ask Me Anything. Where we have special guests come on and we give out gift cards to the best questions and stuff. And this week's AMA is going to be David Chester. He's my quantum gravity friend. He's really cool. He's a super dude. I've known he's one of my best friends. I was his best man for his wedding. Like, we've known each other for a while through grad school. And he does quantum gravity research, but he also like shreds at like the guitar and stuff. And so he'll be on our AMA on Friday. And wait, can I see like my previous videos? One sec. Where are my previous videos? Yeah. So this was like this was it. This was our last AMA we had. So we had Alex on the stream. I think you guys had a lot of fun asking questions. He was a professional soccer player. So on Friday we're gonna have my friend DC, who is a professional quantum gravity research guy, and he's also like, you know, a god at shredding on the guitar, and he does a lot of cool AI stuff. So come by on Friday and ask him whatever. He's gonna be cool. And I may do a music stream with him a couple weeks later, or we'll do like a jam session or something, where he'll play guitar, I'll play like piano and cello, and we have Alex plays, you know, the guitar as well, and we have lots of fun stuff. So, yes, yeah, AMA is Ask Me Anything. That's what AMA stands for. Yes, correct. AMA is Ask Me Anything. You can literally ask anything you want, within reason. Don't get me kicked off Twitch, please. Where's the dark mode on Twitch, Gold? Yeah, I know. I need to set that. I kind of like the light because I don't see much of the sunlight during the day. So I kind of like the brightness. Okay. It's a Final Mouse. Oh, that's what it's called, QV? It's called the Final Mouse. One sec. Final Mouse Gold. How much are these things? Excuse me? $1,000? Damn. This is expensive, bro. Dude, what? Who the fuck affords this? There's only one left. Should we buy it? You guys want to buy it? Dude, why is this thing $1,000? Okay. Place a $1 bid. I mean, this one's going for $340. This seems a little bit better. I don't know what's special about these mice, guys. Is it just like it just looks cool? Is it lightweight or something? I don't know. Like, let's see. Final mouse in gold. I don't even know where you buy these. Where do you do this? Here we go. Final mouse. Cool. Yes. Okay. Whatever. Can I buy a mouse? How much are these things? Where's the price tag, dog? What? Oh, here we go. Buy. I'm just curious. Okay, well, everything is sold out. Can't buy any of this stuff. That sucks. I'm guessing it's just it's super hype. Is that what it is? It's just super hype. This stuff. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if they made it in wireless. Oh, it's lightweight. It's good for gaming. I like a little bit of weight to my mouse, so I really do. Like, I like having something that has like some momentum. I get it if you're like doing flick trick shots all the time. You want like the lightest mouse, and you see those guys where they move it like this. Their sensitivity is crazy. They move it like all over the place. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like that. You know, they got 3 different sizes too. Okay. Whatever. Ethan, what's up? You want to come to your question, Ethan?
Yeah.
What's up? All right, let me see if I can read this. It's a little tricky to read. Can we get Neil deGrasse Tyson on here? That would be cool. I'm down. I think we got to get a little bit bigger so that people agree to come on the AMA. You know, once we have like a bigger user base, I can probably get bigger guests. That's how it works. Yeah, because I asked some YouTube guy who has like 100K subs, and he was kind of like, let me see an example of one of your streams, and he's like, I don't think it's the right fit. I was like, okay, dude, like, chill out, dog. Just, you know, don't gotta get like pretentious with me, dude. It's for the kids. But yeah, okay. As shown in the force diagram, a uniform rod of weight 10 newtons and length 5 meters is a support on the ropes from the points P and Q. Okay, very cool. The rope at P is attached 1 centimeter from the end, and the rope is attached 0.225 centimeters from the end. Okay, find the tensions TR and TA, or TP and TQ. Oh, I like this. This is very cool, Ethan. This is a good question. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. It's a good physics question is what it is. So, Q is 0.25.
Well, yeah. What do you not understand? I can help you.
Okay, well, maybe, you can help me, dude. And then what's the other one? Wait, is that 1 centimeter or 10?
1.0.
So 1 centimeter, and then this is 25 centimeters, right? Because it's 0.25 meters.
I think so. Yeah, I think it's centimeters. I mean,
So it's centimeters and then meters, right? Sorry, this one I have meters on. Yeah, no?
no. I think it's supposed to be centimeters.
Okay, so it's 0.25 centimeters?
Yeah, I guess so. I that's what I'm thinking. Hold on.
Yeah, look at the question real quick. Look at it, because that's going to change a lot of things.
Yeah, I see that.
Going to change a lot of shit. Okay, but we know the whole length here is 5 meters, right? This is cool. It's a good physics question. I know a lot of you guys are actually in AP Physics and stuff. This is a good physics question. Has to do with rotational dynamics and
What is AP Physics again?
advanced placement physics. It's a higher level physics class that you take in high school. They get you credit in college.
Good one.
We were talking about the
Well,
final
yeah,
mouse cuber. Yeah, what are the numbers? What are the numbers?
It's not the numbers. It's the unit. It is meters. It is meters.
This one's 0.25 meters. Okay, I agree. Sorry, the Q one is. What about the P? Is the P 1 centimeter?
Yeah, actually, just 1 meter. Just 1 meter.
It's 1 meter.
Everything is. Yeah, it's just 1 meter. I meant.
Oh, okay, so then P's like way over here then, dog. Okay, cool. This is P. All right, very good. Here, this is 1 meter. Okay. And then what do they say? The weight of it is 10 newtons? Yeah, okay, cool. Got it. And then this is 10 newtons. And they want us to figure out this. They want us to figure out this and this. I want to figure out FP and FQ. Okay. Very cool. All right, so we know there are two forces, right? I got the tension from the P rope and I got the tension from the Q rope. What other forces acting on this plank here? What other forces acting on the plank?
Don't have to go. I was just using the restroom. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, you're good. You're good. You don't got to raise your hand. Do you guys have to do that in school? Do the teachers make you like raise your hand to go to the bathroom? Do you have to? Is there like a bathroom pass you need to take or something?
No, it's not a restroom pass. Just raise your hand.
It's just raise your hand. Yeah. In my days, it was like you had to get a pass, and then it was weird because like you had to take that pass with you into the bathroom, and it's like, bro, I don't want to touch this. Like what?
What? I don't get it. What? That's what they did.
Yeah, they would give us like because they didn't want too many people going to the bathroom at the same time. Because then it was just like everyone was just gonna like skip class to go like do something. I don't know. So they would have like a pass, like a piece of cardboard or something that you would have to take. But then like people would bring this into the bathroom with them, which is like kind of weird. Like I don't want to touch this thing. I don't know. Probably different days, these different times. Okay. All right. We got the plank here, right? We got the forces from the rope pulling it up. What's another force that we got?
Force of the rope pulling it up. Wait, what?
So there's a rope attached at point P, which is pulling it up. There's a rope attached point Q, which is pulling it up. And then we got some other force.
Oh wait, I know.
What's the other force?
I know it.
What is it?
It's like I don't know what you call it. It's kind of like the pivot point, which is the 10 newtons. It's actually in the middle.
No, it's in the middle. It's the force of gravity.
What you mean, the force of gravity?
Well, I mean, this plank has weight to it, right, dog? If things have weight, they always have the force of gravity, right? Good. Okay, cool. So yeah, this has the force of gravity pulling it down, which is 10 newtons. Yeah.
Yes.
And that is always going to act in the middle of this thing, right? So that's going to be located a distance of 2.5 from here. Okay?
Okay.
Cool?
I see that. Yeah, it's
All
cool.
right. First thing we can do, because we know this thing is standing still, is write out an equation for the sum of the forces. Okay?
Yeah,
So-
like the upward and downward.
Good. The upwards and downwards one. Yeah, very good. So, like, what forces we got? We got these ones, right?
Yes.
So I can say FP plus FQ, right? And then what about this? What about this
But when-
FG?
What about TP? What about TP?
What's TP? Oh,
Like,
sorry.
remember
I'm
the
I'm calling FP TP. It's the same thing. Force tension, whatever.
Look, I like it better with that, but I guess it's your way.
Yeah, it's okay. Just call it F. It's fine.
But yeah, isn't it supposed to be equal to FG for some reason? I don't know.
Good. Okay, because these ones are positive forces, so you add them. This one is negative
Oh,
because it
right.
points down. So this is minus
and
the
it's
force of
op-
gravity.
And it's acting in the opposite direction.
Right, good.
yes.
But this all has to add up to 0 because all the forces adds up to the mass times the acceleration, but the acceleration of this object is 0 because it's not going nowhere. It ain't going nowhere.
No. How my teacher did it was like FP or TP plus TQ is equal to FG.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
how he
I'm gonna show you why that is. The reason why that is because they're just taking this, right, and they're moving it over here. as a positive. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they did.
Good. Okay, cool. All right, done. Awesome. Right, and you know what FG is? FG is 10, so we can put 10 there. Okay.
So you have to figure out what is FP or FQ.
Good. So you have two things you don't know, and you have one equation. So when that happens, you need another equation. You need at least as many equations as things you have missing in order to figure out the things that are missing. So we need one other
What can you
equation.
do?
Okay. So what we just did was adding up what are called like the linear forces, like the up-down forces. If there were left-right forces, we'd add those two. We set those equal to 0. So that means that the whole plank, oh Jesus, doesn't go up or down, right? The whole plank doesn't go up or down. However, there's another requirement for it, right? We also don't want this thing to rotate, right? Because if this thing like swings around, then it's also not at equilibrium, okay?
True.
That has to deal with what we call is torque, okay? That's torque.
Torques again.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to deal with the
sum of
torques.
clockwise. It's clockwise and anti-clockwise moments. The sum of clockwise moments is equal to the sum of counterclockwise moments.
Yes. Yep. Okay. So what we did here, these are the linear forces up and down. Now we're going to do the rotational forces, which is the torque. That's how much this thing like bends back and forth. Okay.
Alright.
So when doing the torque, you need to pick a pivot point. Okay.
Actually, that's a goal. Hold on, that's a goal.
What's
yeah,
up?
I think I can see it. It's like you gotta use FG, which is just 10. You already know, and then you gotta use like the sum of the clockwise moments is equal to the anti-clockwise moments. Or actually, wait. Why? If 10 is in the middle, it's not clockwise or anti-clockwise. I don't.
Well, it depends. It depends. Okay. So yes, if you set, well, watch. If you set this as your pivot, so here, let's set that as our pivot, right? If I make this let's make this the pivot, right? Okay. Then looking at this, well, don't call it P because there's already a force P. If this is the pivot, do you see how this force is going to pull the thing which way? Is it going to pull it clockwise or counterclockwise?
Counterclockwise.
No, it's going to pull it clockwise. See how it's going to pull it this way? It's going to pull it up, right? Clockwise.
Right. I keep forgetting about the arrows.
Okay.
That messes me up.
Okay. What about Q? Which way is Q going to get pulled?
Anti-clockwise now.
Anti-clockwise. We should have an AMA where gold twerks? Dude, what? I can't twerk.
No. That's weird.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So, yeah. So, do you see how those torques are going to cancel each other out? So, yeah, that works. Yeah. It turns out either you can use anything as the pivot point, right?
What you mean using between?
I mean, like, I could use this as the pivot point. And then do you see how, like, this force pulls it counterclockwise? This force pulls it counterclockwise. But this one pulls it clockwise. No. But the force of gravity would pull it clockwise.
Oh, okay.
You see? It's just, this becomes messy because then there's, like, 3 things we got to deal with, 3 different forces. But if I put my pivot right on top of one of the forces, this force doesn't do anything for the torque. It doesn't have any rotation force for it. Yeah. Fortnite Battle Pass where the circumference of a circle is 7. What? Shifter, what? No.
I don't get that.
I don't get it either.
Get that.
Shifter's choosing violence, dude.
Okay. So what did you mean by it depends on something?
Depends on the pivot, right? So when we measure torques, they're all measured from some rotation point. And it depends where you put that rotation point for what your equation is going to look like. But it'll all give you the same answer
do that?
eventually. Yeah, you can do
can do
whatever. Yeah, you can. Yes.
I never know that.
No, you can. Okay, but let's set our pivot point here, just because it makes things kind of easy, right? What is that going to give us? What is that going to give us?
Actually,
like-
wait. Can you actually put it on Q?
Yeah, let's put it on Q. I don't care. Let's put it on Q. That's cool. You want to put it on Q?
Okay, then that's kind of weird though. All right. So you gotta use the principle of moments, right?
Yes, we call these torques. I call it with like this formula, like torque. It's like this purple thing. Which is always equal to the what we call is like the perpendicular force times r. R is the distance to the
Okay, you're
to the
you're
spot.
really making this. You're really confusing me now.
It's okay. Or
I just have to go.
Yeah,
What
what's
the
up?
what I think what you should do next is just use some of the clockwise moments is equal to some of the anti-clockwise moments.
I agree. Yeah.
You figure out
Clockwise.
which,
Mm-hmm.
you figure out which ones are pulling this up clockwise and which ones are pulling it out
Okay.
anti-clockwise.
So you tell me which
So,
one,
like, for example,
which one's pulling it clockwise?
like FP
Yeah. Good.
or
Yeah.
TP.
Yeah. No. FP or
Like, what you-
TP, whatever you call it. Yeah. Do you see it? Because this pulls it clockwise.
Yeah.
Like this force right here is going to pull this one clockwise. Yeah. Okay. So
So
and how do I
shouldn't that be-
how do
so-
I write that moment? How do I write that one?
So shouldn't it be like something like FP times 1.5 since it's that much distance away from the actual FG?
Yeah, it's a little tricky, right? Okay. So yeah, this is where things get a little tricky. Okay. So let's say the torque at point P. You're right. It is going to equal to FP, but then I need to know like what this distance is. Okay.
But
And-
no, wait, I think. Wait, what?
Yeah. You need to know the distance of the force from the pivot. So I need to know
But here's
this.
what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking. If they're both equal, and from
What are both
P
equal? Sorry.
from the,
What are both equal?
like the distance of P and Q to FG, like how long they are.
Well, they're
figure they're
different,
both
right?
equal.
Because they're not. Because FP is a meter away from the end. FQ is only a quarter of a meter from the end.
Oh,
This
wait,
one's
I think I
closer
can
to
see
the
something
end,
here.
so they're not going to be the same.
Okay, I think I got it though.
What do you got?
So
What do you
I
got?
think what you do is that you gotta do 2.5 minus 1, which gives you, hold on, like 1.5 to, don't worry, as I just see where I'm going with this. So it's
Okay,
like
I see.
2.5 minus 1 will give you 1.5, and then you'll do 2.5 minus 0.25, which will give you 2.25, and then you add those together and you'll see how much distance they are, right?
All right, let's see.
Or am I
So
wrong?
I agree. This is 1.5, right? And then, yes, this whole distance here is 2.5, which means that this distance is this minus this, which is 2.25.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I should get the right answer.
Yeah, so you got to add up these two distances, right? So that's
Yeah.
me times 3.75. Okay,
Yeah, 2.75, yes.
good. Okay, what's the other torque I got?
Oh, right, I almost forgot. FG.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Nice.
Wait.
What's
No,
FG?
no,
What's
no, wait, hold on. I thought you would do like, because see, these are, hold on, for FP
Yeah.
times 3.75,
Uh-huh.
3.75, are they acting in clockwise or anti-clockwise moments?
That one is acting clockwise, so technically that's negative. Is what we say.
Well,
That's a
no,
that's
I
a
got it
negative
wrong.
torque. Yeah, if something acts in the clockwise direction, that's considered negative, according to
Okay, then, well,
physics.
no, well, I read it
Or
wrong,
here,
then.
if you don't want to put the negatives on it, you can also say this. We can also say this is clockwise, if that makes you happy. You can say CW. That's okay.
Yeah, and I thought you would do like it's equal to whatever the anti-clockwise movement.
Yes, yeah. Okay. I'm just saying, if there are multiple clockwise and anti-clockwise ones, you have to like add them up and stuff. Right. So sum of the clockwise is equal to the sum of the counterclockwise.
Alright.
Okay. So then what's the force of what's the torque of gravity gonna be?
Like 10 times 2.25.
Yeah, 10 times 2.25. Right, good. So this gets me 22, 0.5?
22.5.
and that's counterclockwise.
Alright.
Okay. So now if I add these up, if I make them equal to each other, right? I got 3.75 p or 3. Sorry, I'm dyslexic today. 75 p is equal to 22.5. Right? Should we call this
Okay,
FP?
this
I just said I had the clockwise force equal to the counterclockwise torque. Sorry, torque and torque. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Okay. So now we have two equations. Now this is just linear algebra. This is the beauty of this. This is just linear algebra at this point.
yeah, okay. I already got the answer.
Okay. Well, let's see what we do. So I like to do, right? I'm going to divide this over.
Because you want the FP alone.
I do on the FP alone. Yeah. So let's just divide that out. Good.
That'll give you 6.
Does it give me 6? Okay, cool. Whatever. You say it's 6.
Yes.
I trust you.
And so
Okay.
apparently if you plug that back into like FP plus FQ is equal to 10, you got 6 plus FQ is equal to 10.
Yeah.
You do the same thing with linear stuff. You minus 6 on both sides, and
Good.
you get FQ is equal to 4.
Good. And FP is equal to 6. And you did it. Good job, Ethan. Ha 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 ha. That's a good question, Ethan. No, it's a very good question.
Trust me, I have a physics test on Monday. Again, like another week where I have to take a test.
Yeah, I know.
At the very
It's life.
beginning.
Life is a series of tests.
You know, this week I had to take 2 consecutive tests in a row.
Uh-oh.
That's dope.
Not dope.
Both math and both math and robotics. Really, it was brutal for me.
Oh, no. Oh, no, dude. Oh, no.
I do hope I get my results back.
You're going to do great, dude. I know you are, dude. You're going to do awesome. Let's see. We got any other questions from people? Equity, you want to ask something? You need help with something, Equity? Equity's typing in the chat. Hour and a half. This is like a short. Dr. Gold, what method did you use to study? What do you mean, like, use this, like, method? I just did my homework.
No,
he says when I was taking AP courses. Okay,
studying
okay. Yes.
notes.
Yeah, okay. No, he's talking about, like
studying notes.
all right, yeah, here you go. Okay. So, when I took the AP exams, I don't know if they still do this for you guys, but, like, Barron's AP book. Oh, like Pomodoro? No, dude. We didn't have any of that shit when I was. I mean, I'm sure it existed, but it wasn't as popular. I would just sit down for like an hour or two and just go through practice tests. These are books, for instance, that have a bunch of like practice exams. I had these. I bought all these things. For me, it was like Barron's. I know there's another brand that does it and whatnot, but yeah, that's how I did test prep. Is I would just go through practice tests, see what I got wrong, and then review the stuff I got wrong. Pomodoro timers are very cool. I think it's a good idea. For those that don't know, Pomodoro timers is where I think you study for 50 minutes and then you like chill for 10, right? They call it the Pomodoro technique, which yeah. Oh, wow. And then there's a long break involved? How's this work? Okay, so they say 25 minutes 5, 25 minutes 5, 20 minutes 5 minutes 5, 25 minutes, and then a long break. Okay. I think this is cool. It's a cool technique. I'm not sure I'm the biggest fan of the breaks. Just because you lose your focus is what happens when that happens, right? 1 sec. Yeah, I mean, but I get it. Like, especially in y'all's day and age, right? It's hard to like stay like on task with things, and so I get why the 5-minute timer can be kind of nice. I would just sit down for an hour. I would. So I think they tell you, right? The amount of time. Let's see, amount of time to get into the flow state. I think it's like 20 minutes. Oh, 10 to 15. Yeah, so they say it takes 10 to 15 minutes of focused attention to reach a flow state. A flow state is where like you are just doing things. And trust me, these days it's pretty hard for you guys because you have these phones that are constantly buzzing at you and beeping at you and look, like someone's already like messaging me something like that. It's just there's always these distractions. So what you need to do is take your phone and put it away. Go put it in another room. Don't even put it on the desk because you'll hear it buzzing and you'll be tempted and your brain will think like, oh wait, I should go look at what that is. So yeah, if I were to study for an AP exam, put your phone in another room and I would just sit down for like an hour. You can do this Pomodoro time if you want. I worry about the 5-minute break being an excuse to get on your phone and then get on Instagram or something. And then, dude, that's a black hole. Like, you're not going to get out of that. Your brain is going to immediately switch from, like, study mode to, like, I don't know, like what's the next skibbity dibbity toilet thing or something. So yeah, I think I would just sit for an hour. Just try to do it. Also because during the test you're gonna have to sit for an hour. So I'm a super big believer in whatever way you study for a test should also be the same way you're going to take the test. So for instance, if the test is going to require you to use a pen, make sure you practice taking tests writing with a pen. I know it sounds silly, but like your brain will subconsciously behave the best in environments it's familiar with. So with the AP exam, I know that is timed. I forget if you get a pen or a pencil. You definitely don't get your phone. You don't get any distractions. So that's the way you should study, at least when you're taking practice tests and whatnot. Because then your brain will be in the same state when you have to take the exam, and you're most likely to do well. It's a monkey thing. We're all monkeys, dude.
That's dope.
That's what it is. Biology, dude. We're all animals. So yeah, don't. That's the difference between AP Calc, AB, and BC. Oh, what's the difference? Oh, okay. The difference between AP Calc, AB, and BC has to do with the amount of content that's covered. So Calc BC covers all of AB and then some. AB like stops, and I believe it stops at integration is what it does, or after integration. Let's see. AP Calc AB versus BC. I know BC includes sequences, series, and yeah, in terms of like college, BC gets you credit for 2 semesters of college calculus. AB usually gives you 1. And then good, yeah, here's the difference. Here's the difference. Wait. It's this, yeah. So notice how, yeah, so AB stops at integrals. BC then goes into series, which are sequences, and Taylor series, yeah. So it doesn't seem like it adds that much, but honestly, Taylor series are pretty tricky sometimes, especially determining the convergence of series. This really starts to rack kids around sometimes. And an AB class will then, by definition, it'll go twice as slow. So BC is very fast-paced. It's very, you got to be on top of things. You can't take a week off. If you fall behind, you're going to get left behind. So it's very manageable. It's doable. All you guys are able to do BC. Just keep in mind that, like, if you have like a pretty heavy workload, or like you're trying to do other extracurriculars or take other AP classes that are going to take a lot of time, such as, I don't know, AP government or whatnot, calculus AB is probably what you want to do, because it's going to be more manageable. BC is like, you're good at math, you like math, and you're cool with a fast-paced environment. I would do BC. I did BC. That's what I did. It gets you more credit. It's cool. I believe also there's a sub score on the BC exam. So if you take the BC exam and, for instance, you like totally mess up this last part here. So if you mess up the part of the exam that covers Taylor series and sequences and stuff, but you do absolutely great on the other stuff, I believe they'll give you an AB sub score. So they'll give you credit for what you would have gotten if you had only taken the AB exam. So, Will Smith says, in my school year, AB is way harder. Yeah, I guess they have more time. So if they have more time to go over things, they're going to go more in depth with things, which can seem harder. Whereas BC has to move. They got to move to the next topic over and over again. So it may not be as hard because it's not going into as depth of things, but they cover the same content, at least for the first half. Yeah. What even is calculus? Why do people say the questions take a long time to solve? Okay, well, that's a good question. The reason why calculus questions can take a long time is that there are a lot of steps in order to do something. So, for instance, when we were doing this question with Will Smith, okay, this is an example of this would be like an AB calculus question. You see what we had, this is a pretty basic one, but we had to split the integral into 2 integrals, and then we had to do 2 different integrals, and then there was a bunch of math. There's a lot of steps to things. In pre-calc, they just tell you, like, okay, cool, what's the sine of 30 degrees, it's not that bad. Or you do law of cosines, maybe that's an extra step, or law of cosines, or law of sines, law of cosines. But calculus is usually a bunch of different steps that you have to do in a row. An example of that would be, if they ask you for any sort of like curve optimization question. So if you, for instance, get a curve like this, they would say, like, for instance, find the min and max. And so what you have to do then, like, I'll just list out what the steps would be, is you have to end up finding the critical points, which means you have to figure out where is the derivative equal to 0. And that can sometimes involve some techniques such as the power rule, the chain rule, quotient rule, like whatever, trig rules. There are a bunch of rules to taking derivatives, and you have to know those in order to then figure out where the derivative is equal to 0. And then once you know that, you have to know, okay, how do I find the second derivative, which gives me the curvature? So that's another series of derivatives you have to do. Usually the same rules, but they can get more complicated. Or you can do what's called checking, around the point. And so what they can do is they say, oh, check the derivative here, right? If it goes up and then it's flat and then it goes down, then it's a local max. If it goes down, then it's flat and it goes up, then it's a local min. And so that's all the different steps to it. And then if they ask for the global one, you have to compare what the values are at all these critical points. And then you have to also compare the endpoints. So yeah, that's why they take a long time, is there's a lot of steps. And you have to remember all the steps. They're not that bad, especially because the steps they're intuitive. Like for instance, it's if I wake up in the morning, I got to first get out of bed, and then I got to brush my teeth, and then I got to, make breakfast. Like there's an order to it. But you have to remember how to do everything. Yeah. I never thought of that like that. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. Dr. Gold, this was the pathway that I was in before I moved. Okay, let's check it out. Let's check it out for you, Equity. I'm cool. Let me check it out for you. Can I open this? Thank you. Okay. Accelerated math 6, 7. Okay, I guess this is like 8th grade or stuff. Okay. Which one were you on? Multivariable calculus. Okay, multivariable calculus. This is a college course, is what this is. This is commonly referred to as vector calc, Equity. There is no AP exam for this. Multivariable calculus is a higher level class that you take in college. In 9th, I was in accelerated algebra. Okay, that's what I was in. I was in algebra 2. You're right. I was here. Okay, let me copy this image in, so we can just like kind of map out your. And this is good for anybody else who's wondering like how math trajectories work in classes. This is a very good example of that. Yeah. So you were here in 9th grade, right? Good. You would take pre-calc in 10th. That's kind of what I did. And then, yeah, I did take 11th grade for calculus. And then, yeah, here, so sometimes what students will do is they'll take AB, and then they'll take BC calc. So, depending on, like, how much you think you can handle, I went straight ahead and just took BC right here. But you can also do AB, and then you can do BC. If you take BC here, what I would recommend is instead of taking multivariable calculus, which... Dude, this is kind of a hard class to grasp as a high school student. I would take AP Stats, is what I would do. That's what I did. I took BC Calc, and then senior year, you're chilling, dude. And whatever, take AP Stats. It's a very useful course for doing anything in science later in life. Yeah, multivariable calculus, you have to go through Georgia Tech, and only some students get selected. Yeah, and that's going to be a hard class. So in college, usually you have Calc 1, Calc 2, and then Calc 3. It's usually have 3 calculus classes. Depending on your major, you usually only have to take the first 2. If you go into something more math heavy, such as physics or engineering, I think you have to take all 3. But this is basically AB. This is going to be BC, and then this is going to be multi, or what they sometimes call vector. So if you take BC calculus in high school and you get a good grade on it, you skip past these 2. You don't have to take them, and then you can come in freshman year straight up taking multivariable, which may be tough if you have taken a year off of calculus to then jump into multi. So sometimes I recommend students like start back here and then like go back in. because this is multivariable calculus is tricky, man. It's a very tricky class. Yeah. I'm not on that pathway anymore since I moved. Well, what are you taking right now? What grade are you in? What grade are you in equity, and what are you taking? Yeah, that's why moving sucks, dude. Moving's annoying. I'm still in ninth, but I moved to a different country, and every class is behind. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Yeah. So you've already learned the classes. Okay. Well, then if you want equity, what I would do, because here's the beauty of the AP exam, or what the IB exam is that you can take it on your own. So you don't have to be in school to take it. So if you wanted to, I think a good idea for you would, if you're, I imagine you're bored, right? You're in another country where, I don't know, they're way back here, and you're just bored, right, of what you're doing. You could start studying for instance, I guess AP Pre-Calc, which is now a thing, or AP Calculus, and you could self-study this if you want. I don't know if or even if you have access to a college with where you are, being able to take like a college, like a dual credit calculus course, I think would benefit you. I think you'd be able to do it. Or if they offer pre-calc, or I guess, do they call this algebra 2 in college? I don't know. Yeah, cool. Well, I'll do it for you. Yeah. I might try that because when I move back to school, I can maybe get back on track. Yeah. Self-teach yourself, man. I'm happy to help you like learn things. You know, I have a lot of students in my Discord who are bored with their classes because they don't have more advanced stuff, and we just go through new calculus questions. So I have a calculus textbook. I can give you the PDF. It's a really good one. You can read through it and try to do the questions yourself. And when you get stuck on something, just come to the stream here, and I'll help you through it. I'll help you understand. I'll teach it to you. You know. How do I take AP classes without being in school? You just register for them. You literally just register for the exam. I'm pretty sure you can register for an AP exam and not be at the school taking the class. I think you can just take it. In order to take the exam, in order to take the class, you need an instructor, right? You need someone like me. Oh, you couldn't figure it out? Oh, okay. Well, if that doesn't work, the other thing to check out is what's called the IB exam. These they should have in whatever country you're in. So the IB exam also counts for credit, similar to AP. So it's called International Baccalaureate because AP is more US based. So depending how middle of the world you're in, you may not have access to AP. You may not have access to an AP testing center, but I guarantee you'll have access to an IB one. IB has a bunch of them. Yeah, and they're same. I think they have. They should have like IB calculus. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Was it IB what? Human geography? Yeah, I guess they got a geography class. I don't know if it's human geography. But for instance, yeah, if you go to the math, they should have like some sort of like calculus form of it. Yeah. Just check that out. They should have this in I don't know what country you're in, but they should have IB stuff there too if you need it. IB's International Baccalaureate, Nick, and AP's Advanced Placement. They're two different companies. Canada. Oh, okay. Well, we got lots of Canadians. You should play me in Chess Gold. Yeah, maybe. Let me see if I got time. I gotta go teach another student after this. Here, let me help Will out. Yeah, equity. We have a lot of other Canadian students in here. I think and Ramton went through the Canadian school system. So if you ever want any questions about stuff like, and I know Rampton would be happy to answer. Do you know who Rampton is, Equity? You can just send him a DM. He's one of our associate professors in the Discord. He knows probably more about the Canadian school system than I do. But yeah, ask Rampton. Rampton should know. Yeah, very welcome, dude. All right, Will, what's up? Ooh, ew. What is this, dude? What is this, dude?
Yeah, I don't really know.
Ew.
I think I get it now. You can like factor out the 3 or something.
Good. Yes, you can. Okay, so you can factor out the 3 here. So this is 3, 1 minus sine squared theta over cosine squared theta d theta. And then there's a special thing about 1 minus sine squared. Do you know what that is? This is why pre-calc is important. Sine squared of theta plus cosine squared of theta is equal to 1. So if you subtract this, you got it, right? This is...
Yeah.
Good. Okay, so this goes away and becomes cosine squared of theta, which then cancels out with this. Really nice, right?
Would be 3/5 d theta, right?
Yes, good. Yeah, I forgot the 5. Yeah, it's 3/5 d theta, which is then just 3/5 theta from 0 to pi over 4, which is just 3 pi over, what is this, 3 pi over 20. Oh, that's not too bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought they were going to do something tricky with tangent and stuff. Like, no, you don't got to do that.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, dude. Agri says, Dr. Gold, if you can take an AP exam, where can you learn about the info about the course? Yes, well, just go to the website. Yeah, College Board. Go to College Board. So, yeah, I've used this before. So, if you go to, like, for instance, here's AP Calculus AB. They have about the course. You can, I do this. I like going to AP Central here. So, this is, like, the teacher side of it. And this is very cool. You can do, this is the course exam and description is what it is. So, this PDF basically tells you all the topics they're going to have in it. For instance, the big ideas. This is also important. It tells you like what the weighting is, right? So like what percentage of the exam will be limits, what percentage of the exam will be this. So this is very useful information for you. And then yeah, different, I don't know. This is it's stuff to help teachers teach, but also this is cool because these are all the topics you have to know. So for instance, if you wanted to like take this class yourself, I can give you a PDF of a calculus textbook, right? And you can just go through, for instance, and see, okay, what thing do I have to learn, and like, where is that on the plan? And they even have a plan. They say, I think they say like how many weeks you should take with each thing here. This is what they say. They say 45-minute class periods, and yeah, you have like this is like week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, or something, 6, 7, yeah. So yeah, if you wanted to structure taking the class yourself, you can. Just look at the and look, they even have this. They have in each thing they talk about. So look at this. They say class period. So for instance, this is saying in order to do limits and continuity for AB, you would need 22 classes. I think this is excessive. I don't think you need 22 classes to teach limits and continuity. What do you learn by having the elements of a group representative? Is this like group theory stuff? Ross Gold? Rose Gold. Oh wow. I like gold. I don't know too much about group theory, honestly. If you want to, that's a really good question for here. I'm going to show you some other people that stream with me. These are some other great math streamers, and they all have streams as well that would probably be better. My math tops out at like DiffyQ. DiffyQ, was it like what is it? Whatever analysis, complex analysis. DiffyQ complex analysis. Once you start getting into the abstract stuff, like, I know what it is. Group theory, set theory, what is it? Topological something, geometry. Yeah. Those streamers are great. They're my buddies. They're cool. Okay. What's up? Let's just end the stream here because I got to go teach. Ethan, what's up? Do you want to say something real quick before I end? Ethan? Ethan? Okay, what's up? You wanted to say something before I end the stream?
Yeah, actually, two things.
Okay, what's up?
So, I'm gonna have a Math Olympics event happening Friday.
Cool. Math Olympics. That sounds dope, dude.
That's dope.
Big fan.
And apparently I have to do like obstacle courses. I really don't know how that will go.
Yeah, I don't know what a math obstacle course is. That sounds kind of weird.
Because I hope it's nothing that will kill you.
I don't think so. I don't think this is like China or something. I don't think they're gonna kill you in school.
But yes, also, hold on, I forgot what I was gonna say.
It's okay.
Don't worry, I'll try to figure it out.
Okay, send me a DM. All right, cool. All right, thank you everyone for coming to Office Hours.
That's dope.
Had a great time learning with all you guys. Thanks again to our subscribers: Sam, Obama, Sensation, Pen Center. Yeah, all our amazing Discord server boosters. Oh, I got it. Yeah. I appreciate all you guys. You guys keep the server running. Our next stream is going to be the AMA on Friday. So that's going to have David Chestar,
That's dope.
our awesome quantum gravity research guy. So please go ask a question in the AMA question channel, and you'll get entered to win $20 if your question's cool. I always have him pick the thing. What's up, Ethan? What was your question, dude? Right before I do this, what's up?
Yes. So you remember the gaming stuff, right?
Gaming what?
The gamings that we do, like all the games that we play.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask, when should I announce it? Because should I announce it when we play or sometime before, like the office
Oh, the
hours?
gaming stuff. Yeah, so that stuff you just have to tag the Masters tourney people, and you can tag them like 15 minutes beforehand. That's cool.
Oh yeah, 15 minutes beforehand.
Yeah, that's probably cool.
All right. then.
Okay, where do you guys want to go? Where are we rating? You guys pick. You guys pick where we're rating. Looks like Penn Center's playing The Legend of Zelda. Danny's doing math. Merriweather's also doing science and technology, and then the paleontology people in the science. You decide where are we taking you guys to?
You know, wait.
Where
I
can we
really
get
don't
the
know which one to
3K
do.
from? Let me see if either of those people are. So here's the thing. Yeah, the 3K is you need to make sure that they are actually answering questions. Like the last time we rated Danny was doing questions, but then he went straight over into E to the Pi I, which is Zach, and Zach was doing a real analysis course. When someone's doing a course or something, don't try asking them questions because they're teaching something.
Yeah, and I tried to ask a question once, but he said that he couldn't. He said that he was gonna get to it, but I had to go to sleep.
It's okay.
And he said that he would do like a.
Oh,
video recording
okay.
of it.
Math
So I
help
might
is
do-
open. Math help is open on Danny. So let me take you guys over to Danny. Danny's doing math help. So you can ask Danny help. You can ask Danny for help. Okay. There we go.
Is there post a screenshot or is it too late for me to post it?
Post it. What do you mean post a screenshot? Oh. Also,
Of the
yeah.
clip.
So after you get the help, after you get the question, post the thing, and you're good. Oh, what's up, Destiny?
What's up, sir? How you doing?
No, you're good, dude. Here, let me just talk to you while here. Let me just send the Twitch people over.
Yeah.
You're good, dude.